Okay, Assalamualaikum class. And the last topic in application of the first order ODE we have is mixing problems. Okay, so here is the mixing problems. Consider a tank that originally holds V0 of a solution that contains some quantity Q0 of dissolved chemical. Okay, so another solution containing Q at the same dissolved chemical is added to the tank at the rate of R1. At the same time, the well-mixed solution is drained off at the rate R2, and we want to find the quantity of the chemical in the tank at any time t. Okay, so this is the thing that we want to find. The quantity of the chemical remains in the tank at any time t. Okay, so here we have a tank. Okay, so here we have a tank. Alright, so it says that your initial, okay, so the initial in the tank, that is when t equals to 0, okay, the solution will be V0 plus Q0. This one, it will be V0 plus Q0. So it depends on your case, either you have the Q0 or not. Okay, if let's say the question is the original solution in your tank is pure water, then there will be no value of Q0. Okay, so it depends on your question. Alright, so it says here another solution containing Q, okay, added to the tank. So this is the case. B enters the tank at the rate of R1. So your B it could be a pure water. Okay, so if it is a pure water, that means there will be no value of Q, meaning there will be no added chemical in your tank. But if your B is a brine water, so brine water means chemical that dissolve in water. Okay, so if your B is the brine water, then your B will be another value, and it will be not equals to 0. Okay, so the formula for it in is BR1, B times R1. Okay, next, at the same time, the well-mixed solution is drained off at the rate of R2. Okay, so we want to find the quantity of the chemical. So the formula for it out, it will be this one. Okay, so basically the formula, okay, that we will use here is dq dt equals to rate in minus rate out, or we can say that dq dt equals to br1 minus q over v0 plus r1 minus r2t times r2. So this is the formula that we will use. Alright, so later on we will see on the example for the mixing problems. Okay, so most of the question for the mixing problems you will solve by using linear equation. But there will be some case or some question that you can just solve by using separable equation. Okay, then it depends on the question. Okay, let's look at this example. Okay, this is the example from the sample of questions from the past year papers. Alright, so we have here a tank initially contains 100 liters of pure water. Then water containing 2 grams of salt per liter is poured into the tank at the rate of 2 liters per minute. And the mixture is allowed to leave at the same rate. What is the amount of salt in the tank at any time t? Okay, so firstly we have to list out 5 terms that we need to use in your formulas. Alright. Okay, so 5 terms we have here is V0, Q0, B, R1 and R2. Okay, so V0 is the initial solution. Your Q0 is the initial chemical in your tank. Okay, so we have here the initial solution. Here we have 100 liters of pure water. Okay, and then we have and then next we have B is the brine solution, and then R1 rate in and R2 is rate out. Okay, so we have there is V0 100, Q0 0, B is 2 gram per liter, R1 is 2 liter per minute, and R2 is 2 liter per minute. Okay, so we have here, it says that your V0 is 100 liters and it is the pure water. When you have the pure water, meaning there is no chemical in your tank. That's why your Q0 will be 0. Then water containing 2 grams of salt per liter. So we have here is 2 grams of salt per liter is poured into the tank. So that's why you have your B. So this is your B. Right? So your B is 2 grams of salt per liter, and your rate in is 2 liters per minute, and your rate out is at the same rate. So the question is, what is the amount of salt in the tank at any time t? So it means that you want to find your Q in terms of t. Alright, so firstly you will write the formula. dq dt is rate in minus rate out. Okay, so the formula for rate in is BR1, which is equals to 2 times 2 equals to 4. Then we have rate out. The formula for rate out is Q over V naught plus R1 minus R2T times R2. Okay, so substitute all the terms that you have into your formula. Then we have here is Q equals to 100 plus 0 and then times 2. Okay, so this is what you have in your rate out, that is Q over 50. So you need to simplify into a simplest form so that you can substitute in your formula. Okay, next, the formula is dq dt is rate in minus rate out. So substitute we have here is 4 minus Q over 50. When you modify the function, it is dq dt plus 1 over 50, Q equals to 4. So this is in the form of linear equation. Okay, we have P is 150 and Q is 4. So where is the initial condition? The initial condition is when t equals to 0. So your initial condition is Q naught equals to 0. Okay, so if you compare with your general form of the linear equation, the general form is dy dx plus pxy equals to qx. So in this case, this one will be your p and this one will be your q. Right? Okay. Okay, next step, in solving the linear equation, you have to find the integrating factor. The formula of the integrating factor is e to the power of integration of p dt. And lastly, we will have your if is in exponent to the power of 1 over 50 t. Okay, so next step is you will multiply both sides with the integrating factor. So we have here ddxy e power of 1 over 50t equals to 4e power of 1 over 50t. And then next step is integrate both sides. Okay, so once you have integration, and now we have y e to the power of 1 over 50t is 4 1 over 1 over 50 and then e 1 over 50t, and don't forget your plus c. Okay, next you will solve, alright, and you will get your y is 200 e to the power of 1 over 50t and then over e to the power of 1 over 50t plus c over e to the power of 1 over 50t, and lastly simplify and you will get your y is 200 plus c over e to the power of 1 over 50t. Okay, don't forget your variable that you use here is q and t, so you have here is in the form of q and t. So when your t is 0, your q is also 0. So it comes from your q naught. And you can find your c, which is equals to negative 200. And lastly, you will get your q is 200 minus 200 over e to the power of 1 over 50t. And that is the formula for the amount of salt at any time t. Okay, look at this example. So this is also another sample of question from the past year paper. So we have here a tank contains 15 liters of brine with 5 grams of dissolved salt. A brine solution containing 2 grams per liter of salt enters the tank at a rate of 2 liters per minute, and the mixed solution leaves at a rate of 1 liter per minute. Okay, so this one you have rate in not equals to your rate out. And find the amount of salt in the tank at any time t. Okay, so firstly, list out 5 terms that you need to use in your formula, that is V naught, Q naught, B, R1 and R2. So we have here is, okay, so we have here is contains 15 liters of brine with 5 grams of dissolved salt. Okay, so meaning here, so this 15 liters will be your V naught. Okay, and then you already have the dissolved salt in your original solution. So we have here is Q naught is 5. Okay, and then we have brine solution containing 2 grams per liter of salt. Okay, so here we have brine which contain 2 grams per liter of salt. So this is your B. This is your B. B, and then the rate in is 2 liters per minute, and then your rate out is 1 liter per minute. And you want to find the salt at any time, the amount of salt at any time t, meaning you want Q in terms of T. Alright. Okay, continue. Next, you will substitute in your formula. So we have dq dt equals to rate in minus rate out. Okay, and your rate in is BR1, which is equals to 2 times 2 equals to 4. Alright, and then continue. Your rate out is Q over V naught plus R1 minus R2T times R2. Okay, in here we have your R1 naught equals to R2. Okay, so look at here, we have Q over 15 plus 2 minus 1T. Okay, times 1. 1 is your R2. So please be careful with your R1 minus R2. So R1 minus R2, it can be a positive value. So in this case, it is positive value. 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, so it also can be negative value. That is the rate in. It could be less than your rate out. Right? Okay, next. So Q over 15 plus T equals times 1. So it will be Q over 15 plus T. Next, substitute in your formula. Alright, so we have here is dq dt equals to rate in minus rate out, and your dq dt will be 4 minus q over 15 plus t. Okay, in this example, please do not use separable equation. You cannot use separable equation because we have there is t and q, and you cannot separate your q and t. Okay, alright, so next you have to write in the form of linear equation. Okay, we have dq dt plus 1 over 15t times q equals to 4. So this is in the form of linear equation. Okay, so what is your p? P is 1 over 15 plus t, and your q will be 4. Alright, so this is your p and this is your q. Okay, next step, in linear equation, we have to find the integrating factor. So the integrating factor is e to the power of integration of p dt. So we have e to the power of 1 over 15 plus t dt. And lastly, when you integrate, we have here is e to the power of ln 15 plus t. Okay, so simplify e and ln and you will get just 15 plus t. Next step is multiply both sides with the integrating factor. So we have d dt q times integrating factor is q times integrating factor. So we have here is d dt q 15 plus t equals to 4 times 15 plus t. Okay, alright, next step is integrate both sides. So we have the integration will be integration of 4 times 15 plus t dt. Alright, then simplify, we have q 15 plus t equals to, so integrate 15 plus t, we only have 4 times integration of 15t plus t square over 2, don't forget plus c. And lastly, simplify, and we will get your q is 60t over 15 plus t plus 2t square plus 50 over 15 plus t. Don't forget plus c over 15 plus t. Alright, so next step is we have to find the value of c by using q naught. Alright, so next, to find c when t is 0, your q is 5. Right, and substitute in your formula and you will get the value of c will be equals to 75. Alright, so just substitute in the formula. We have your q will be 60t over 15 plus t plus 2t square over 15 plus t plus 75 over 15 plus t. Okay, or you can also write as q equals to 1 over 15 plus t times 60t plus 2t square plus 75. So both forms of answers are accepted. Alright. Okay, next example. A tank contains 100 liters of brine made by dissolving 60 grams of salt in water. Salt water containing 1 gram of salt per liter runs in at a rate of 2 liters per minute, and the mixture is kept uniform by stirring and runs out of the tank at 3 liters per minute. Find the amount of salt in the tank after 60 minutes. Okay, so firstly, you will list out 5 terms that you need to find: V naught, Q naught, B, R1 and R2. Okay, So here we have 100 liters of brine and dissolving 60 grams of salt. Okay, so this is your V node and this is your Q node. And we have salt that is entered the tank at 1 gram of salt per liter. Okay. And then we have rate in is 2 liters per minute and rate out is 3 liters per minute. Alright. Okay, so continue, substitute in your formula. So your rate in is BR1, which is equals to 1 times 2 is 2. Your rate out is Q over V naught plus R1 minus R2T times R2. So look at here, your R1 is less than your R2. Okay, so meaning here, you will get the negative T in your denominator. Okay, so continue, we have here is Q over 100 minus T. So your R2 is 3, I just put 3Q over 100 minus T. Okay, alright, continue. Substitute in your formula. So dQ dt is BR1 minus Q over V naught plus R1 minus R2T times R2. Okay, substitute all the terms that we have. So we have here is dQ dt is 2 minus 3Q over 100 minus T. Okay, and write in the form of linear equation. So we have here is dQ dt plus 3 over 100 minus dQ equals to 2. So your P will be 3 over 100 minus T and your Q will be 2. Okay, so this is your P and this is your Q. Alright. Okay, next step is find the integrating factor. So your integrating factor is e to the power of integration P dt and we have e to the power of P over 100 minus T dt. So look at there, the answer will be negative 3 ln 100 minus T. Okay, don't forget here we have, so here we have minus T. Okay, so minus T means you have to put 1 over A. That is 1 over negative 1. That's why you have negative 3 ln 100 minus T. So be careful with the coefficient of your T. Alright, so continue. To simplify your E and ln, make sure your E and ln must be beside each other. Okay, meaning you have to write in the form of E ln 100 minus T to the power of negative 3. Then you can simplify your E and ln. Okay, and you will get 100 minus T power of negative 3 and you just put 1 over 100 minus T power of 3. Okay, next step we will multiply both sides with the integrating factor. Okay, we have d dt q, the integrating factor, and then equals to your 2 times the integrating factor. Alright, next we have integrate both sides. Okay, integrate both sides and you have the integration of 2 over 100 minus t cube dt. Okay, continue. How to integrate your 1 over 100 minus t cube? Okay, you cannot integrate directly using formula, right? So you have to use substitution method. Okay, so let u is 100 minus t and you will get du dt is negative 1 and your dt is negative du. Then integrate, so you will have integration of 1 over u cube, don't forget negative du. And lastly, after you have integrate, you have negative 2 u power negative 2 over negative 2 plus c, and we have 1 over u square plus c. So this is your q over 100 minus t cube. Then please replace your u and simplify. You will get, next you will get is, okay, your q will be 100 minus t plus c times 100 minus t cube. Okay, so next step, you have to find your c. So to find c, we will use your q node. When t is 0, your q is 60. So substitute in the formula and lastly you will get your c is negative 0.00004. Okay, be careful with your calculation. So do not write in the form of times 10 to the power of 5, let's say, or 10 to the power of negative 5. So please put in the decimal number. Alright, so next, your answer will be q is 100 minus t minus 0.00004 times 100 minus t cube. From the question, you need to find the amount of salt after 60 minutes, right? Okay, so after 60 minutes, meaning your T will be equal to 60, and what will be your Q? Just substitute in your formula. So you have 100 minus 60 minus 0.00004 times 100 minus 60 cube, and lastly you will get your Q will be 37.44 grams. That's all.